Hello and welcome to this very special interview with Carlos Delgado. He is currently in Spain, enjoying New Year away from his franchise in India, Orisha, and currently he is enjoying the New Year, but also is in a state of confusion whether the league will start or not. Because as every Indian football fan, he is also a bit confused what's going on in Indian football. Carlos, welcome to Revsportz. But firstly, just a thought on New Year. How did you spend New Year? And what's the thought behind the entire situation that's happening in Indian football?
Yes, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. Um, Here the situation no is difficult for all of us, player, staff, coach, fans, because still we are in 2026, but still don't know if we are gonna play ISL or not. So I think the next few days will be crucial, not only for player, for club, I think for the entire ecosystem, for Indian football, because the decision need to be made. If they don't make the decision, Indian football will be in difficult situation.
We were chatting before we started the recording, and you mentioned
Mhm.
that the Spanish media also is interested in the situation in Indian football right now, and you have been giving interviews. Can you just explain what's the situation back in Spain and how are they looking at Indian football right now?
Yes, no, because here in Spain, some newspapers, some journalists follow the Indian football. We are a lot of Spanish players, a lot of Spanish coach, and they follow the Indian Super League. So they are interested in the situation, and we are making some interviews with one of the best journalists here in Spain, on one of the best, in my opinion, the best newspaper here in Spain. They cannot understand what is happening in Indian football because they are following from 10 years, 12 years ago. They have seen how the Indian football has been progressed, and
Mm.
now they cannot understand the actual situation. What in one country like India, this kind of situation can happen, no? Because sometime just 2 days ago, I had an interview with Oscar Pruzon from coach of Bengal, and we was
Mm.
discussing with Diario As. Here in Spain is Diario As,
Yeah.
and we was talking, and sometime we try to explain the Spanish journalists the situation, but they cannot understand how this situation can block the entire ecosystem. Sometimes it's difficult for other people understand the situation. We try to explain, but it's very difficult because finally there are a lot of people suffering, and you can kill the Indian football definitely if the decision no is in a good way.
Yes, Carlos, one thing, it's January and it's the transfer window, and we have seen players
Mm.
deciding to leave the franchise and enlist themselves in the transfer window. But what is inspiring you? What is motivating you to carry on with the franchise in this situation? And what's the communication going on between you and the franchise?
So it is normal, no? Like because some players are waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah,
Okay, but you cannot wait one life. And the career of the football player is very short.
yeah.
So some player cannot allow don't play for one season because this can kill their career. I understand the situation. We talk each other, and some player we are trying to find a solution all together. We are trying to do something to make something can help the Indian football. But understand there are some other player need to look for a new opportunities because now, as you say, we are in January and almost we are in the same situation that April or May.
Yeah.
even worse. I don't know, but even worse.
Hmm.
So this kind of situation we cannot accept together as a fan, as a player, as a coach, as a clubs. It's impossible. If you know that your contract will be finished in December of 25, you need to work before,
Hmm.
not just 3 months before, 4 months before. No, no. You have to work 1 year before because you know the contract will be end. And right now the situation is as you say, is difficult. It's difficult because some of the players want to continue in the Indian football, but most of the players maybe will leave. Um,
Absolutely. And
this could
what's the conversation with you and your franchise going on? What are they saying?
to be honest, some of too many people say, okay, leave Indian football, leave Indian football. But what I feel is the Indian football has been one of the most important part of my career. Uh, for me, Odisha is the most important club in my career. I have been playing in a lot of teams, good team, Valencia, Castellón,
Hmm.
Leganés, Albacete. But what I feel with Odisha is something special. To be honest, I don't want to leave in Indian football in Odisha and Indian football in this situation because I am not like this. So we are here to try to find the solution. But all the part has to be in the same way. And what I feeling is not all the part in Indian football act in the same way. This is
Absolutely.
my opinion.
Tell
So
us one thing.
yes.
As you mentioned that you and some of the players are trying to unite the situation, trying to resolve, find a solution to the situation. What exactly are you and your colleagues are trying to do?
Yeah, we have Odisha group players, and we have another WhatsApp group with the ISL captains. Um,
Hmm.
more players are there in this group, and we are talking um, to to make something to discuss ideas that we can help the Indian football. We can help the situation. How can we do to push the situation in a good way? But sometimes it is difficult because we are one part of the Indian football only. There are a lot of parts. So we are thinking to make something. Maybe in these days you will see or not. Let's see. But we are discussing to do something in a good way, in a good faith, because finally what all of us want is to find the solution to help the Indian football. It's not about the football player; it's the entire ecosystem. Oh,
Absolutely, and that's
yeah.
the question. Like, I know that the players are willing to get back to the pitch and they are trying to find a solution. But what exactly can the players alone do if not the governing bodies and the uh, investors are not aligned? What are the other players saying? And the captains, as you mentioned, you have a WhatsApp group. What are they saying?
Yeah, right now I cannot share with you this kind of conversation, okay? Because we don't have take the decision yet. I
Uh,
would like to tell you, but till now we have to wait. Maybe a few days. Let's see. But
okay.
for sure, the time is now. We had a meeting with AEFF
Hmm.
and as well of the captain by Zoom. And I told to the president, we don't have this. This was, I think, in November, final of November. This meeting was in final of November. I told to the president, we don't have enough time to delay the process. But
So,
still,
what was the meeting about, and what outcome was from that
yeah,
meeting?
yeah. After we make the statement. I don't know if you remember all the players. We make
Yes.
the statement. After the statement, they make a meeting with ISL captain as well with the ISL club. And in this meeting, we was discussing to know the road, to know the way.
Yeah.
And what they say, ISL will happen for sure, for sure, for sure. And we express our doubt, our concerns. And what I say is, we are in November. We don't have enough time to play if we don't take the correct decision now. This was in November. December is gone. Now we are in January of 26. And the reality is we are in the same situation. As I told you before, maybe worse.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe worse because there are something that we don't know for sure because we are not in the meetings. Journalists, player,
Mm.
fans, okay? So we don't know what is going on, but for sure the situation or the scenario, in my opinion, is very clear. The club want to play, but if they don't know the condition, how they have to play, is impossible. It's impossible if how you can play ISL if you don't know how much will be the cost, where we are gonna play, if at the end of the league there will be a place for AFC spot. There are a lot of question.
Yes.
The club need to know all this information. I think all of us are agree with this. It's a normal thing. It's a simple thing.
Yes.
Here in Spain, we cannot imagine that we are gonna play La Liga and we don't know uh, if the 14 will go to Champions League or not,
Mm.
or they have to pay for this or not, or they it's impossible. So for that's why I feel bad. I feel sometimes painful because Indian football don't deserve this. Don't deserve because here when I went to India for the first time,
Mm.
I Marcos Tebar talked with me. Carlos, come here. The league
Mm.
is very professional. You will be happy here. I had a lot of doubt. I remember a lot of doubt. But after speak with Marcos Tebar, with Jose Gumbau, too
Mm.
many times. Finally, I take the decision. Was one of the best decision of my life because they was all right. The league was amazing. The place amazing. Stadium, fans, and social media, everything. Same like here in Spain. Same, same.
Yeah.
So I was very impressive, but because I don't expect this, finally they was all right, and now the situation is blocked. So it's very sad, very sad. A lot of Spanish players. Hey, Carlos, I want to go to India to play football, please. If you have a contact, please, please, please. So some players here in Europe want to go to India, especially
Mm.
here from La Liga 2, from third division. They want to go, they want to
Yeah.
try. But now the entire ecosystem is blocked. It's almost done.
Absolutely. And Carlos, a lot of these players, as you were mentioning, are professional, and all of them are professional players, and they see the prospect. They have seen the prospect in India, the money, the glamour. But right now, even if the league starts in maybe a cartel way, do you think that the glamour, the money, all things will be same, and that will affect Indian football as a whole, and a lot of foreign players will not want to continue in the league. What's your take?
Yeah, for sure. The most important for me is the ISL happen. Has to be happen. Need to happen. And then save this season to save the Indian football.
Hmm.
Because if this season doesn't play, I think we are facing a lot of problem with
Hmm.
Indian player and for sure with foreigner player.
Hmm.
Not too many players will want to go to India if this is not happen. This is for
Yes.
sure. This is crucial because as I told you before, the career of the player is too short.
Yes.
We cannot allow one season. Don't
Yes.
play, you know. So we discussed this in the WhatsApp group. This cannot happen. Some player, we are maybe at the end of our career. Another one just starting. But the younger players with 20, 21, 24, 26, 27 years old, they cannot
Yes.
allow doesn't play for one season because the situation kill his career. Now, I told you in another interview, transfer market,
Yes.
our value, all the player of the league is drop because
Yes.
we didn't play
Yes.
from May. It's drop, and this is can kill us. This can kill us because
Yes.
when you are gonna sign with another team, the team goes to transfer market. If your value is dropping,
Yeah.
your value is less. So we are facing a lot of problem, and I don't know if in this situation, foreign player want to go to India because the situation is difficult.
Carlos, final few minutes in this conversation.
Hmm.
We have spoken about the money part and the glamour part, but straightly from the sporting part, as a player, not having matches for more than 6, 7 months, how difficult it is and uh, how much bad effect it takes on a player's career.
Yes, in a bad way because as a player, we need to play. We need to play. Not only for the players, of course, the player suffering because if they don't play, then it's difficult, no? When you are not competing, when you are not training with the teammates, when you are not doing your routine, sometimes it's difficult. I have my routine here in Spain. I go to the school, leave my daughter,
Mm.
and then go to training every day, every day.
Mm.
But it's not the same because it's not the same when you are training alone or when you are training with a few people than when you are training for competition with your teammates.
Yes.
But this not affect only the player. And this affect, for example, uh, Indian national team. Why Indian national team is not winning game? Why national team is not qualified for Asian Cup? Because
Yes.
it's almost impossible. They are competing against another countries, another national team that they are competing his league. They are preparing to competing. But
Yes.
Indian player go to the national team without games, without
Yes.
trainings with his team. How you can compete with the best national team in Asia? It's impossible. It's
Yes.
impossible. It's normal. The ranking of Indian national team is dropping. It's normal. It's normal because if you are not playing ISL from May, how you want to win games in September, in October? If a few players don't play 4 or 5 months ago, one single game, so it's normal. So this not affect only the player personally as well.
Yes.
The entire ecosystem. Indian national team is dropping,
Yeah. Carlos,
and this
uh,
cannot allow. Sorry.
yes. Carlos, any Indian player you spoke to who wants to go and have trials in Europe that you know?
I know some of Indian players. I would like to some of Indian players from Odisha. I would like to come here to Europe with them because I see a lot of talent, especially the younger player. I am
No,
really
anyone who asks you for any opportunities, is there any
yes,
opportunity?
yes.
Who are they?
Especially now for last season in my in my team in Odisha because with some experienced player it's difficult to come here to Europe because sometimes here in Europe they look for a young talent. But of course, Chandes can play here in Europe. Chante can play here in Europe. A lot of Indian players, all of us know. But the last season, I had a conversation with a few players from Odisha, like Narendra. He
Mm.
doesn't play yet, well, a few minutes only with us, but he's 19, 18 years old only. And I discussed with him as well with Subban that they can come
Mm.
here to Euro to play because the talent is there. And it's really sad that India is creating talent like Subban, like Narendra in Odisha, and this season they cannot play. What
Yeah.
happens if they cannot play this season? So his progression will be cut
Yes.
because what they need, the younger players especially, is play games, training and play games. This is only what they need. If you this season cut the season, his progression is very difficult. No, it's cut.
Yeah.
So for me it's very sad this situation.
Carlos, final two question.
Mhm.
When are you planning to come back to India? Is there any official communication with the franchise with you?
If there are good news, I can go to India tomorrow because I already has the visa, but still we are waiting. All of us, foreigner
Um,
player, because I talk with too many of them, Saul Crespo, Michel Sabaco, Hugo
mm,
Bumus, a lot of foreign player. What we want is to come back to India early as possible because we want to play. So hopefully we can get good news from India and travel to tomorrow morning. Like I can get my baggage and go. That is what we want is to play football, to make our job because one entire of life career dedicated to football, and it's frustrating to see this kind of situation for me and for of my teammates.
Absolutely. And finally, to end the conversation, what would be the message from you to the Indian Federation, to the FSDL, or not FSDL, to the ISL committee, and whoever wants to invest in the new league? What the message would be from your side?
Mm, my message is very clear. The league till now was fantastic, was amazing. There was a lot of people investing money, investing time, taking talent from another part of the world, taking talent from India. Please listen to the club and listen to the people are around the Indian football. Put outside the egos because with ego we don't reach anyway. It's impossible to reach at agreement. So now we are in a crucial moment for Indian football, for younger generation. This is the most important. The younger generation, no us okay. We almost done our career, but the younger generation just starting. And please think in the entire ecosystem. No
Yes.
player, no club, player, club, fans, workers around the club. There are a lot of workers. There are not footballers.
Yes.
We have a one laundry guy. We have a one this guy. Well, a lot of people. The fans. There are a lot of fans. We need to think in all of these things. In the entire ecosystem. Because if not, other way, the situation maybe will reach a point that there are no return.
Yeah.
And we cannot allow this. So please, all together, fans, clubs, players, to find the solution for Indian football.
It was lovely talking to you, Carlos, but the
Thank you.
entire situation is not a lovely
Yeah.
one. It's something that needs to be resolved as soon as possible, and football needs to be back, and the players need
Yes.
to be back to the ground, and the Indian Football League should be starting as soon as possible.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Carlos, and
Thank
we
you.
hope that you board the next flight available to India.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. It was lovely talking to you.
Okay.
Have
As
a
well
good
for
day.
me. Okay. Have a good day.
Good day.
Bye.
Good day.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
See you.
See you. See you.